think tonight should be called the cool down because of how cold it is, gentlemen. Welcome back to another show of PrematchMuti. How's it going, everyone?
What's happening? How you fellas?
Hey, bro. I'm not frozen, but I'm good.
Welcome back, Nick. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages, man.
Oh, bro. I'm always here, man. What are you talking about?
Don't lie, Nick. You've been in the north of England doing research on whether or not a Saudi bid is happening. That's what you've been doing.
Oh, man. Tough times for my team. How are you boys? You good? Claudia, you recovering all right?
Yeah. I mean, it's getting there. Well, it's only a 1 weekend. But yeah. Wonga saw the live pictures of the nuts and bolts literally in the shoulder. I don't know. What did you think about that, Wonga?
Hey, man, I just want to know, is it metal or not? What is that, bro?
Dude, I need to find out. Because if it's metal, I'm going to be beeping at every airport when I go through the metal detector.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That'll be crazy, man.
Wait, are you planning on going to the Champions League final next year or what?
No,
planning on traveling or what?
Depends. I don't know. The more players that leave Liverpool, the less likely that will happen. Shout out to M-Dog Uru for being back online here with us. And, of course, Louis Murray. Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate your support and always enjoy your company. Right. Selo, you tell us, kick it off. We've only got 30 minutes today because of the load shedding. Man United, Pogba, is he going to PSG? Is it happening?
Hey, man. Talking about what's that? I don't even know about that, bro. But first and foremost, I think PSG don't have the money to afford. But they don't have the money to afford Pogba. I think if you can get the man for free next season, why do you want to sign him now? You know what I mean? And I think thinking about who his agent is, his agent's probably going to tell him, "Hey man, stay at Man United for a season, and then you can get a big ass salary in a year's time from Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, or PSG." You know what I mean? So I definitely think that he'll stay for another year and then go on a free transfer next season. Probably Man United
the man might want to go home though, bro.
But where's home? France.
Yeah, PSG.
Oh, you're talking about Pogba? Yeah.
Yeah.
But PSG is not home, man. He's not even from Paris, man.
Nah, but come on, what a romantic story. Pogba goes to PSG, they win the Champions League, and that's a cool story.
That would be a crazy story. That would be. If he went back to France and he was responsible for helping them bring the Champions League.
Let's be honest. Pogba is Mr. France. Like the way he carries himself, I'm sure he believes it.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be a backward move in his career.
No, not at all. And actually, like you said, from a narrative perspective, it makes sense. He tends to play when he's playing for the Le Bleu, so why not go back to France and to the French-speaking side where he can be the main man?
No, man. Listen, I think with that, as I said, guys, I'm not saying that PSG isn't an option, but right now it isn't an option for him. I don't believe what's being said. I think if Pogba thinks about it, a team needs to pay Man United the transfer fee and then needs to put a salary package in front of him. So the salary package.
How much is the fee that they're looking for, and what is he looking for as a package?
No, he currently earns about 300,000 pounds. I think 280,000 pounds. I think that's what he earns. So obviously he's not even the highest earner at Man United currently. But something that Man United would offer him would be something that would be the highest earner in the Premier League, probably like a 400,000 or something. But if he leaves for free in a season's time, he could literally earn 600,000 pounds. He could earn what Bale earns, if he left for free, because at least in the package that he would get goes towards him. So look at a player like Donnarumma. AC Milan offered him 8 million euros a season. At AC Milan offered him that, and then he said, "Okay, if you guys give me 10 million," and then they said, "Okay, cool. If we qualify for Champions League, we'll give you 10 million euros." And then when they qualified for Champions League, him and his agent came back and they said they want 13 million euros now. So they shifted the goalpost 2 times. You know what I mean? And then now, obviously, they're now in a situation where PSG offered, I think, probably even 15 million euros because they'd have to pay a transfer fee. and he's gone to PSG for free. But that's Mino Raiola. Mino Raiola is going to get he's getting a fat ass agent fee, and Donnarumma's father's also getting money from this contract as well. And then obviously Donnarumma's also going to get a sign-on fee. So that's
did I hear correctly? Donnarumma's going back to AC Milan on loan. Was that false news?
No, I think that's false news. Why would they do that?
No, I heard they were signing him, and then the deal was that he would be able to be loaned out for a season or two back to AC Milan. That's what I read, but it could have been just.
No, to me that doesn't make sense. PSG want to win the Champions League yesterday, so bringing the man, they wouldn't loan that guy out. But best free agent summer to come next season, Ronaldo, Mbappe, and Pogba there. Jason Sergel saying that. Also, Dumodenga coming in the house saying, guys, just in case you didn't know, that is Wonga's brother, saying Pogba needs to get the hell out of there. The brother man has not seen a trophy since 2017. Mr. Man Patria himself said that.
Yeah, man. I guess, the free agent is going to be a bit. Free agency is going to be a bit crazy next season, man. I think even Leon Goretzka, he wants to earn double what he's getting right now at Bayern. Bayern are not opening up their wallets right now. Even Kingsley Coman also wants to get more at Bayern. Bayern are not budging, guys. Bayern are not trying to pay their current players more.
But
so even Goretzka is available.
On Pogba's situation. So are they offering him a new contract? They are.
So currently they haven't tabled it yet because he's not returned yet. So he's going to return to England on the weekend, and then once he returns, I think that's where they're going to have the discussion with him and his agent. But his agent right now is busy with other players. Mino Raiola represents probably half of the Dutch national team, so he's still trying to sort out Dumfries and Daniel Merlin, who's about to go to Dortmund to be Jadon Sancho's replacement. So there hasn't been anything, no contract.
Yeah, but let me put
going to start.
If he doesn't get the contract that he wants and he rejects it, Man United have to sell. They can't let him go for free. They have to.
Yep.
They don't have to, guys. Don't forget.
No. From a business perspective, no, they don't have to. They can wind down his contract. But what are they going to earn? Or are they going to lose money?
But who's there who's available to put in the bid? That's the question. Are they buyers currently? Because Real Madrid firstly don't have the money.
You would rather make half the money that you spent on him than get zero for him.
Correct. No, correct. But that's the thing: is there anyone putting in the bid? That's the question. And there's been no concrete offers or because PSG currently also they're quite stacked up in the midfield. They're probably thinking about other positions right now. I mean, they're
probably actually waiting for the contract situation to actually unfold, because if it is a rejection, they might just send a sort of transfer request for him with an undercut fee of what he's actually worth, and sort of force the hand of Man United. It would be interesting to see actually.
Yeah, this could all just be a ploy by Raiola. This is all just playing into the hands of player and the agent, regardless of the scenario. Either or, they're going to get what they want. They're either going to get the deal that they need from Man United. If they're not going to get that, they'll walk and they'll go somewhere else and triple or whatever, double the salary. I want him to stay in
the Premier League. They must pay the money, man. They must pay his salary. Give him a new contract. He deserves it. I think he's a quality player.
Yeah, no, I think a new contract offer would be the best. I would definitely. I think also Man United need to also convince him by the project, by actually signing the players. So signing a Sancho and then possibly getting a Varane will for him will be like, okay, at least I can see you guys are getting world-class players. Maybe I might think about staying, and then obviously put down a contract offer of, let's say, £400,000. I think that could be appealing to him. But let's see what happens. There's a lot to still happen. It's only the 22nd of July. The transfer window closes at the end of August. So there's still five or so weeks.
So who does that? Who does that negotiation? Is it Ole? So you got Ole at the other side of the table there saying, "Hey, come, this is my project, man. This is my project. I'm driving the bus.
Ole's at the wheel.
Ole's at the wheel, man.
No worry, man. It's Ole and the sporting director that will have the discussion.
Is it Woodward?
No,
but didn't
Murta. No, there's a guy called Murta. John Murta. So he's the sporting director. He's a sporting director. No, he's been in the club for about 3 seasons. 5 seasons. He used to work at Everton. He came, I think, in 2015 or so, and then he's been in the like head of scouting network or something like that. So he's a sporting director. So he's the one who's heading up the sporting as a sporting director. So everyone reports to him in terms of the transfers and so on, and he reports directly to Woodward.
But Woodward's leaving now, wasn't he? Wasn't that well reported?
He's leaving at the end of the year.
Oh, at the end of the year. Okay.
He's leaving at the end. He is leaving, but at the end of the year.
He's still involved.
No, he's definitely not involved. He can't be involved because that's why everything is working for them now from a transfer situation.
He's on the commercial side of things. He's on the commercial side of things. And then there's a guy who is chief of negotiations and transfers or something like that. So him and Murta are the 2 guys who are dealing with the transfers.
Okay. All right. Good way in here from Jason Sergel saying PSG wage structure to be 400 million a year after giving players new contracts. So getting Pogba without someone big going out will be difficult. And fair enough, I think that's a better point. Now we're going to turn our attentions to the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal giving Smith-Rowe a new contract and the number jersey 10. I think Arsenal are panicking with the fact that the kid might be wanting to leave, so they just gave him number 10 jersey.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's probably the case. Trying to make the guy happy. But if I obviously Smith-Rowe when he was playing and obviously getting game time, performing well, it looked like he was happy at club. I didn't think the Arsenal would lose him, but then again, we also didn't think that we would have got interest the way Aston Villa showed, and they put quite a lot of money on that. Quite tempting, especially in this situation. But
they tried to buy him.
I think they tried to buy him, and
they put down. Didn't they table down £30 million?
Twice.
Villa was coming in. In, bro. Just to show you that you and Villa are on the same level.
Hey.
Yeah, and that's the truth. I mean, that's where we are now. We're competing with those teams. Genuine. That's the only reason probably people panic is that. I mean, maybe 10 years ago, Arsenal would have laughed at something like that. Carry on and they'd be chilled. But now Villa, they can't. Obviously, the first one was rejected, and Villa came again and put that one. And now, obviously, you can see the worth of the play. Obviously, now the worth of the player is out there. And so now they have to make him happy, make it look like, not make it look like, try and show him how interested we are in him. And I think, putting that number 10, kind of, it's a good statement to him maybe as well. I'm not too sure on the details of the contract, but I'm for one, I'm happy that they've actually gone out of the way and to keep him, because I think, a player like that definitely long term for the club.
But that's I think that's a key word there. Long term. And yet the player's getting the number 10 jersey. Does this not put an unnecessary amount of pressure on the player? Because now again we're looking at Saka and we're looking at Smith-Rowe. These are your leaders, these are your big players, and they're still learning their trade, so to speak.
Yeah, look, I think Arsenal have had, it's not the first time they're dealing with young players. Maybe the guys also. The club has changed a lot since the times of Cesc Fabregas, but Arsenal have had young players who've had to step up. And Smith-Rowe, if you've seen the way Smith-Rowe, Gabriel Martinelli, and Saka, the way they've played in the season, the way they've performed. Martinelli, I think, let me just say the times he's played, because he hardly had a season. But if I look at Smith-Rowe and Saka, they've played well, and you can't do everything by yourself. It's obviously your performance is going to be based on the team as a whole. I think Smith-Rowe and Saka are sort of, maybe you'd say, an exception to this thing of being experienced and whatnot. I mean, where age is really a factor. I think those two definitely can handle that pressure, and I don't think there's much pressure on that. I mean, it's as much pressure as you put on. I think it's just what you do with the number, really. I mean, if you put pressure on yourself, you put pressure on yourself. I don't think it'll worry Smith-Rowe that much. I mean, they gave it, they offered it to him, and he took it. I genuinely don't think it's going to be much of a stress.
Well, the thing is, as a player, though, I would take the jersey too, because now it's a long-term sort of thing that they're going to be keeping around. They're not just going to get rid of a player who's got the number 10, unless, of course, you've played really badly. That they've just said now that it was a one-off season, and we just wanted you to renew your contract. Now we've got a big player, and he wants number 10.
Well, that's what they did that to Jolinton. Jolinton was given the sacred number 9 jersey, and they're now giving it to Callum Wilson. They literally did it under, yeah. And then they gave, they tried to like sugarcoat it, and they gave him number 7, which was Andy Carroll's number. So it was almost like, well, you can have 7, you just can't have 9. That's going to be for our top goal scorer, not you, Jolinton, who scored 3 goals in the last 3 seasons.
But at the same time, does that not, again, it comes down to the fact of the matter that the weight the number carries. So, yes, I mean, on paper, that seems like a disrespectful thing to do to Jolinton. But at the same time, you could also look from a managerial perspective going, hang on, the man's struggling. There's a lot of pressure on him. Let's take the pressure off. Let's take this big number off him. And you've got Arsenal giving their big number. But then it comes back to the question of Arsenal. Does that even matter to a club like Arsenal anymore? Whereas at Newcastle, it's still a sacred thing. At Arsenal, does it even matter?
So you see, look, I mean, Arsenal never had a number 10.
You did, man. Dennis Bergkamp, bro.
No, I mean, I'm saying after. I wasn't finished with the... Yes, Ozil, yes, there you go. So...
Right,
but I mean, the time Ozil played, but then Ozil left.
Check Wilshere.
Not right, Phillips.
But that's where it died.
Check Wilshere.
That's
no,
where
Jack Wilshere's quality.
Dennis Bergkamp, Ozil. Those are
Ozil.
that have been good.
Yeah, so I was saying, no, I wasn't finished. I was saying, obviously, we never had a number 10. Obviously, since what's his name, Ozil
Good recovery, left. Bro. Good recovery.
Then, And when the number 10 jersey was available, no one gave it to Smith-Rowe. They gave it to what's his name, to Odegaard when he came in for his short-term loan.
He was wearing Ozil's number, bruh.
It was 10.
Ozil's other number. I mean, sorry, 11, man.
Was not doing number 10. Well, I think he was doing number 10. But
either
way. The number was not offered to him. They only offered to him when a club Aston Villa come and put in a bid there. But for me, I don't. You see the number. Even when I see they gave the number to him, it's not like it wasn't like it's going number 10. Arsenal, we didn't have a good season last season, and I don't think if you even look at the squad, you won't say that these guys are going to compete for top 6 even.
Last season.
Bold. I know we're still a while away. We're a couple of weeks away. But Arsenal's chances of a top 6 finish, gentlemen. I know it's still so very early and everything else. But nonetheless, Nick, you smiling. Selo, I don't want to even hear from Wonga. What are you guys thinking about Arsenal's chances and their hopes this next season coming?
They firstly need to get back into top 6. That's the first thing they need to aim
but that's what I'm saying. Do you think it's a possibility for them?
Yeah, I think it is a possibility. I think the noise that we're hearing about a Ben White. Ben White is a good player. I think getting Smith-Rowe for a long contract, he'll be more mature. Saka will be more mature. I think if they can get another striker, because obviously I think Aubameyang wasn't that great. At least Lacazette was more reliable than Aubameyang last season in terms of goals. And I think if they can get another creative midfielder. Because the void left by Ozil is still felt, I feel, and obviously Ceballos has gone back to Ceballos and Odegaard have gone back to Real Madrid, so they definitely need a creative source in the midfield, and then also they need to sort out the goalkeeping issue because the rumors of Bernd Leno wanting to leave are still there.
Yeah,
where Ramsdale
why
apparently.
Did they sell exactly
Ramsdale for £30 million? Yeah.
But Ramsdale's gotten relegated for the last 2 seasons. Do you guys want a goalkeeper whose confidence is this low?
So
come on, man.
Apparently they're also looking at our keeper we had out on loan at Swansea for the last 2 seasons, Freddie Woodman. So that's interesting because when he comes back, we've got 3 top quality keepers. We're not going to be able to keep all of them, especially keep them happy. So yeah,
I know they're also looking at the Irish keeper as well. So there's definitely there's definitely uncertainty in that position. And for me, I think Brent Leno would be. You need to keep someone like him. But again, if he wants to go, you don't want to keep someone that doesn't want to be at your club. It's telling you that obviously he doesn't believe in what's happening there. But like, I just feel, I mean, just to close up that Smith-ROWE thing, I don't think it's for him. I think 10 years ago you would say, yeah, there's a big void in this number. But now I don't think there's any pressure on putting that number 10, to be honest with you. It might be an achievement for him, yes, but I don't think there's pressure. Much pressure to say it like that.
Well, fair enough. I mean, could beg to differ there. Newcastle, let's see what's happening there. We since you haven't been on the show, you haven't been on the show. You haven't been on the show for a while. You haven't been Newcastle. Look, you haven't been here for a while. We don't know what's going on in Newcastle. Now that we have you, we might as well discuss. Last time on Tuesday, Selo, Wong and I found out that Andy Carroll had left the building. I mean, what else is happening there?
So they actually haven't officially said it. From what I understand, they just unveiled that number 7 jersey. So that's when everything went sort of haywire because Carroll was wearing 7. But it's sort of come out that he has been told to look for another club because he's asked to play a bit more football. But in terms of, we had a preseason camp in Yorkshire at a university there. Played against York, who aren't even in the Football League. Lost our first game in the preseason. So yeah, it's just another day as a Newcastle fan. We are dead average. With the hope that an arbitration case was going to happen on Monday, and the Premier League and Newcastle came to an agreement that this would be delayed until next year, January. So again, the football fans of our beloved club are left in the dark. Sort of all the hope that we've had sort of dissipated. Amanda Staveley came on to TalkSport the other day, had a big sort of argument with Simon Jordan. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, the former Crystal Palace owner.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes.
Opinionated arsehole, to be quite frank. But he's very against Newcastle. Sort of, he has been for quite a while. But she came on and pretty much said, "Listen, we need this arbitration case to follow suit." So that and what they were fighting for is that the arbitration case is held publicly. So there's a sense of transparency for the football fans and the rest of the world to see why the Premier League never came to a decision back in August last year. And she much said on the show that she's still there with the Saudi backers, and they're waiting for the takeover to take place once all these court hearings are completed. So from what I understand is it's still in the balance, but we still got to wait. There is a glimmer of hope with a competition case that will take place next 3 weeks, from what I understand. Newcastle are suing the Premier League for being anti-competitive. The details are a little bit blurry for me, but from what I understand in a nutshell, are sort of challenging the Premier League in a sense where they feel that they haven't been merged in that sense.
Huh. That's pretty interesting. In terms of going after him, it's a pity because it's just unnecessary cloud that is, or mess, clouds man. Rather. It's just a mess. I mean, I feel for a guy like Nick. I think we're losing him from my side. I don't know if he's still there, but Newcastle, man, guys.
Because if I think about it, I heard some rumor that West Ham had someone approached West Ham to buy them. And they've now obviously they've rejected the approach apparently. What's this? Their two owners, David Gold and David Sullivan. Yes, yeah. They said that they rejected a bid. So yeah, I mean, I think it is frustrating for a Newcastle fan. That he's been hoping for a takeover of some sort. You know what I mean?
How much of that did you guys hear?
No, we heard.
I just my internet just crashed.
Now we heard.
It's like the world doesn't want to. The internet and the world are going. We don't. Every time you speak about Newcastle, people don't care. I think that's what it is. They're like, just cut the lines, cut the line. The conspiracy. It could have been the Premier League conspiracy. It could have been the Premier League cutting your line. They don't want people to know what's going on there.
Looks like it's frozen again.
Man. No, I was saying, Nick, that is Nick frozen there? What's happening?
I think he's gone, man. I think he's gone.
I think he's gone again.
What's happening? What's happening to him? Look at him.
I think the real question is, does Brentford finish above Newcastle this season? That's the real question.
That's a good question. I wish Aman was there in the comments to tell us if it's going to happen or not, because I can definitely see it happening. Brentford are a well-run club. Newcastle's not a well-run club. No, hey, Nick, we were saying that West Ham apparently had have been approached for someone to take over, but they've rejected the approach by whoever that person is. They haven't said who it is, so I'm sure that will be frustrating for you if that were to happen. You know. Then he's frozen.
No,
again.
I think he's not there. All right. Well, his face is looking kind of pretty. I don't know. 1 to 10 people in the comments tell us how pretty you think Nick's looking tonight, guys. Lewandowski to Chelsea. How viable is this? How real is this? Is this just more rumor, or is it actually on the cards here for Chelsea? And also, if Chelsea land a player like Lewandowski, surely they're competing for the league title next season.
Yeah.
No, they already have to be competing from the highs that they ended the last season. You know what I mean? I think
Champions League winners.
I think that already has made them a challenger. But then now, if they can get him, then they have to be the guys that are second favorites to Man City, obviously.
Yeah, Man United, I think, also there as well. Especially with the signings they're making. I think these guys, again, I think obviously they're beefing up their squads, so they can go all guns blazing, or they have guns to blaze with. But yeah, I think Lewandowski. I think it's a viable thing. I mean, look, the guy's been in.
Load shedding, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when you live in South Africa. Selo, we have lost your face, my friend, but I'm glad you're still there. I'm not sure if he can hear us.
That's brilliant.
So we've got internet connection issues there with Nick. We've got load shedding there with Selo. We've got me who had to move to another house to do this. Oh my god! I just
can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm like got my moment to shine, and then boom, you guys start freezing, and then I'm like, I'm right in the crux of this. I'm so excited to tell you that there's a possibility, but there might not be a possibility. But yeah, this is South Africa.
Well, let's see. We might have time to go back to that Newcastle point because we did lose some of it. But Wonga, just continue. Pick up there in terms of Lewandowski and whether or not you think this will happen to Chelsea. Oh no, we've lost Selo. Selo's out, guys.
Yeah, I don't know how possible it is, but if I'm just looking at the position that Lewandowski's in, he's been in. I mean, I don't. Obviously, he would be comfortable in the country. He's been there his whole life, most of his footballing career. And you ask yourself, would the guy be wanting to take on another challenge, win the Premier League? He's a world-class player, obviously one of the best strikers in the world. Definitely making top 5 there. He's consistently banging goals. The question is, can he do it? If he asks himself that question, can he do it in a league, in the Premier League? I would like to see it.
I think wherever it is. Do you not think the pull in that sense would be Tuchel because he's worked in the German league before? He obviously speaks the language. Obviously, Lewandowski isn't German, but I'm sure he knows a fraction of German by now. Yeah. And I think maybe just sort of the German way is obviously being instilled at Chelsea, especially by Tuchel. Maybe that will appeal to someone like Lewandowski. Because, he's been a great striker and that's no one can really doubt that. But, when you really judge players, you actually look at where they've gone, if they've gone to other leagues and they've consistently been, sort of banging in the goals. That's probably been sort of the problem when you compare players that have remained in England for their whole career and they've never moved on, which happens to a majority of the English players. But you look at Messi, who's been in Spain. There you get the argument with Ronaldo. He's gone and done it in 4 different nations. So, yeah, I think it would be great to see because he is a quality player, and I think Tuchel might be the defining piece of the puzzle that could potentially pull him through.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Pumalani is saying, let's speak about the Oaks who could potentially go on loan from Chelsea, loads of quality. But we might as well talk about the players who are actually leaving the club. The ones that have, I don't even think they've worn the blue shirt many times on a senior level, but already making the club money. In terms of coming back to this fact as to why we think a player like Lewandowski moving to Chelsea is viable, because they're moving all these players that are on the outskirts of the club. For example, although in this case, that Simu player is just left after... What was it? He just chose not to sign a new contract with Chelsea. We've got another player here in the shape of, what's his name? Lewis Bates from Chelsea, 18-year-old moving to Elon Road. That's just 2 of them. And like Pumalani says, there are tons and tons. Any other ones that we should be looking out for? There could be the next Premier League player.
You've got Billy Gilmore already at Norwich, and apparently he was absolutely phenomenal in his first game, and the Norwich fans are going bonkers for him already. But I was actually having this conversation with Jason. It's actually interesting. Norwich played this quality football going down the season before last, and they get in a player like Billy Gilmore to play that quality football. He is a ball player. And I worry about the type of players that Norwich would be buying or trying to get, like a Billy Gilmore, because I don't think it's going to make them any less sort of harder to beat, But yeah, Billy Gilmore, I'm excited to see him play week in, week out from a Chelsea's perspective in the Premier League for a team that will probably struggle this season.
And if you look at it though, I'm just looking at Chelsea now. They let go. Obviously, they let go of Olivier Giroud. He's gone to Milan.
AC Milan, yeah.
And then now they bring in Lewandowski. The question is now, and we all know Giroud he never had playing time. So if you obviously look at it now, if it's just a swap now, the question is someone it's either Lewandowski sits on the bench or someone.
No. So here's the thing, Wonga. Lewandowski doesn't sit on bench. So they bring him in. It's because he's guaranteed he's going to get them 20 plus goals. That's what they're looking for. That's what they need. Yes. That's why they let go of Giroud, because Giroud's a different type of plaer.
What I'm saying, what my argument is not there. I'm just saying that the reality is, what I'm trying to get to, the reality is that someone in the starting lineup is not going to be seeing game time.
Timo Werner.
Yep. And so the question is, what's going to happen then? And he's obviously a player that wants to be starting week in, week out.
Also, good question here from Jason. Tammy will go next. Where do you think he's going to land up?
He should go.
Good shot.
Come to Newcastle, man. Fucking hell.
He should go.
He's quality.
I rate Tammy, and definitely that guy needs to go, right?
But the thing is, you're right though. Like West Ham will probably have a good shot because, a guy like Tammy Abraham probably won't want to leave London, so a London club would appeal to him. You might find like a Brentford would have a pull with getting a Tammy maybe in on loan at the last minute. For example, to leave your city and maybe he's still got a shot to maybe play for Chelsea if it is a loan deal. He might stay local, but West Ham might have a good opportunity. I think a guy like Rafa Benitez might even go in for him, if I'm honest with you. I think he could fit an Everton sort of model.
I think, Tammy definitely, he ends up leaving the club. Unless he has to go on loan, if he has a very good spot on loan, they'll probably get him back. But he's not going to be starting for Chelsea. He has to. No. I think he ends up leaving at the end of the day. Even if this season is a loan, next season he ends up leaving. He doesn't stay at Chelsea.
He leaves. It's not on loan. It's a permanent move. Question though: Divock Origi or Tammy? Who would you guys take? Because I hear West Ham also being linked with Origi at the moment.
Divock is tired. I'll go for Tammy. Divock is tired now.
Hey man, the guy's he's in flipping super sub specialist. That's what he is.
No, I'll go for Tammy any day of the week. I'll go for Tammy.
I'm not sure if Nick heard that. I'm not sure if Nick heard that one.
Still in the past, this one.
To finish off, tonight's going to be
no. Pereiro? I can't be the only one on the show here. Is it just me on the show now?
You're the only one. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So Pereiro left now. And he was going to say something about, the Tokyo Olympics.
Can you hear me?
At least I see that.
Yeah, no,
I can hear you good.
I don't know what's going on. Since load shedding hit my house, my internet's just been up and down. But
it makes
in
sense.
terms of the Tokyo Olympics, dude, I didn't watch a game today. Did you manage to watch a game?
I watched South Africa. I saw the other results. Obviously, the teams of they're playing pretty young squads because the results don't make. It's not what you expect. I think Mexico beat France 4-1. But yeah, I can get the results. But then the one match I did watch was the South African one. Yo, Nick. Oh my goodness. You could see from when did I catch the match?
What was it? Did we deserve to lose? What was the quality like?
Well, I'm surprised
Nick, what kind of a question? Did we deserve to lose? Yes.
I'm surprised we didn't lose. I'm surprised we didn't lose. Maybe 4, 5. The keeper saved a couple of shots. I think got fortunate on many of them. That Kubo kid, the one who plays, I think if he's still playing for Villarreal, my goodness me, he's quality, and he's the one that banged in the goal. You could have, when was it? Was
but they say is he not on loan from Real Madrid though? That player.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's still on loan, but I think he was playing for Real last season. I'm not too sure, but 30 minutes in the game, Claudia watched and I said, "Yo, my goodness me, I am." There's no ways we left. There's a miracle if we win this game. I don't know what it was. Even when the match went to 90 minutes, when it was like 85. When it was 89, 50 minutes. But what you expect more than? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Jason. I hear you. True, but I don't know. Is it just me that I just thought that we could have put a bit more effort into that? I get we're gonna get. I mean, there were times we I think we're quicker than them on the wings. But you could just see. I don't know if they were not motivated or what, but I that's what it looked like to me. It didn't look like.
But here's the kicker.
Wanted to win.
Here's the kicker, Wonga. So we played the host nation. We lost 1-0. In all fairness, based on what I'm hearing, losing 1-0 wasn't the worst of results. When you consider that Mexico gave France 4-1. And here's the other thing is we know Mexico struggled to play in World Cups, but in Olympics, they're going to do their utmost best to get something here. So it's going to be interesting to see how South Africa fare against France. Yeah, so how they fare against France and Mexico.
Yeah, but I think the way I saw it, I don't think they were trying to win the game even. I don't think they were expecting to win it even. Because it was like 85 minutes. I didn't see them trying to gun for it, try and go for it. It was, there was a point where the keeper... the clock was ticking, and it just looked like he's looking for players to pass to, and he was chilled about it. And then just wait, and I was like, okay, maybe they don't want to win it, or maybe they're not worried about this result.
Well, how can they not be worried about the result? Because when you're looking at, you think, okay, well, you're not going to worry about the French result because you can possibly get something from Mexico. When you're seeing Mexico give France 4-1 and you've just lost the host nations, what are they just going to Tokyo for the cultural experience?
I don't know, Claudia. That's what I watched. I don't know if Jason, you'd agree with me on that one. I get that they were playing with against the team that obviously that had more of their proper players, but I just played how Cheese did in the last days of Chaff. Yeah, that's. I don't know, Claudia, but that's what I saw, and I was not happy with it. I don't care where those players came from. I think they could have put a bit more effort into that. Definitely.
All right. Well, not a great evening for them or great day for them. Not a great evening for us because of the load shedding and the connectivity issues. Thank you guys for trying to destroy what we're trying to give the people out here. So we're just going to move on and give our final thoughts there. Wonga, you tell the people what you're thinking, and then Nick, you tell us your final thoughts.
My final thoughts?
Yep.
Mine are with Arsenal, man. I just want us to be back in our glory days, man.
Jeez, okay.
At the moment,
that's a long hope. Wrong time to be saying this because you're going to be waiting for a long time, Wonga. A long time.
It's slow. That's literally where my hopes are at.
Listen, Pumalani is saying you guys, Arsenal's a top 8 team. Top 8. Not top 6, top 8. So
yeah, and the worst thing is that we're going to have to fight to get there. That's the worst part of it.
That's so true. All right, Nick, let's hear what you got for the people here. And that was a great. I think that's the most insightful thing Nick's ever given us.
You guys sound like aliens. So I don't even know if you can hear this right now.
Nick
with the insight.
God bless Newcastle United or Newcastle United, and yeah, I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, it's been real, guys.
Everyone who did jump on this show today, we appreciate it. You are really showing that you're coming with us along the journey through thick and through thin, and we appreciate it. And we can't wait to see you guys again on Tuesday. But for the time being, take it easy. Enjoy the weekend. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends. Let's grow this community. Let's get more people in the comment section. And yeah, we appreciate you guys. And today's PrematchMuti. Oh, remember, I'm going to count down to 3. You guys know how to end the show.
Stop it, no?
Yes. Hey. Yeah, Arjun wasn't yesterday, but it's fine. 3, 2, 1.
Stop it.